People wonder why young people and people struggling to buy a house are so angry and disappointed. Because there are members in this place, for instance, like the Prime Minister in the 1990s, who was able to buy a house in Marrickville for just over $100,000, 3 to 4 times the average income. Except now, when you go to try and buy a house in Marrickville, you'd be paying between 30 to 40 times the average income. People are not angry that there are members in this place who got that opportunity. People are angry that we're being denied that opportunity, that millions of Australians are being denied that opportunity. That the fact that a young person graduating from university today will graduate with a massive uni debt, when a lot of members in this place got university for free, that when that person goes to try and buy a house, they're locked out in a property market where house prices are turbocharged because property investors get billions of dollars in tax handouts from Labor that drive up house prices and deny millions of renters the chance to buy a home. Now imagine if we phased out those tax handouts. Here's a few things would happen. Even conservative modelling shows that an extra 400,000 renters could buy a home. It would probably be far more. It would stop the massive increases in house prices that are denying millions of renters the chance to ever buy a home. But crucially, it would free up billions of dollars in revenue we could put to work building public housing. Now, I put it to every member in this place that in a massive housing crisis, where we hear the talk about needing to build more housing, why is it that we're giving $176 billion in tax handouts to property investors to hoard housing mostly that's already been constructed, when we could put that money towards building hundreds of thousands of good quality homes that we then rent and sell at prices people can actually afford? I urge Labor members in this place, think back what Gough Whitlam was able to do. Free university education, establishing a federal department that helped coordinate the construction of hundreds of thousands of public homes, real substantial reforms that improve people's lives. And why is it now that the millions of Australians right now, suffering through one of the worst housing crises we've seen in generations, have to put up with worse than tinkering around the edges? All we're asking for is the same opportunity people like the Prime Minister got. All we're asking for is the same opportunity people in the 1980s and 90s got in this country. We're not asking for much. All we're asking for is, in a wealthy country like Australia, it seems reasonable to expect that regardless of your background or what sort of family circumstances you're born into, you have the opportunity to buy an affordable house and build a good life. All we're proposing is solutions that have worked in Australia before, work around the world, and will help millions of people, and I urge Labor to stop picking the side of property investors with 10 or 20 investment properties, which, by the way, I would note that 75% of Labor caucus and Labor members in this place own investment properties, 65% of coalition MPs own investment properties, and the reality is right now both of those parties don't want to move any of the tax handouts for property investors or phase any of them out, and they wonder why people are so upset.
Authorised by J. McCall, Australian Greens, Canberra.